Well, with back to school right around the corner, now is a good opportunity to start teaching your kids about finances, maybe even stocks. Jeff Reeves, the analyst and executive editor at investorplace.com, is joining us this morning with where you can start off. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for being here. And this can be kind of a broad subject. So how would you kind of hone in?
Well, I mean, the most important part is just to start with what money is and how much you spend, how much you earn. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like to talk about stuff like that, but Gallup had a poll a couple of years ago. Only a third of Americans, these are adults, actually make a budget. So it's very important to teach kids early on that this is math, this is stuff that you should pay attention to, because 2/3 of Americans don't, even as adults. So
Sure.
start it early.
And yeah, kids could maybe just not even realize, hey, my parent, where it's coming from. So
Yeah,
you gotta start
piggy
teaching them.
banks, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe even getting into investments and stocks.
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful thing about an internet age is you don't have to actually invest money. There's tons of apps and internet sites out there where you can paper trade. We call it paper trading because that's what it used to be. Now you can do it all digitally online. You just find a company that you like. Warren Buffett has a phrase, buy what you know. So if you like fashion, you can buy Michael Kors. If you like video games, you can buy Activision. You're not putting actual money in it, but you follow it. You look at the SEC filings because it's all public knowledge for publicly traded companies. And you just kind of learn about the methods of the market. And that's very important. You got to flex those muscles before you put real money into it.
Sure, and maybe parents could even learn some stuff in there too,
Yeah,
it sounds
it's
like.
a journey for everybody.
What are some ages that you would advise starting off?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as kids, I think, are comfortable with the notion of businesses and just the idea of making money. I mean, a lot of kids early on, they say they would like to be an astronaut, they'd like to be a teacher, and that's great. But it's important to understand the whole concept of like revenue and profit and whatever. So I think maybe my kids over there are 6 and 8, probably a little early for that because I want them to have the kind of glorious notion of what it is to be a human in the world. But once people start to understand that, oh, there's money to be made, things cost things, I'd say probably 10 or 12, you can start to get into that. And like I said, it's buy what you know, whatever you're comfortable with, just learn about your hobbies. And then maybe someday you can make some money about it.
Sure, and what about making it fun?
Yeah, so the bottom line is the stock market game is something schools have done for a long time. This whole kind of game concept of picking something and seeing what you do, I think it'd be pretty fun for father and son, mother and daughter to each pick something, follow it week to week, month to month, see who does better. Your kid might be better than you are, and if they win, hey, maybe they can take you out to dinner with some of the quote unquote profits. See how much money you make, and then maybe they can spend some of that money on something, back to school, a dinner for the family, a kind of a reward to show them that, hey, if you make a good investment, it can pay off.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And I like what you're saying, maybe save some of the tough stuff for the older kids and let the kids just be kids too.
Yeah, for a little while anyway, for a little while.
All right, Jeff Reeves, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
I like it. Well, people are not the only ones traveling to Texas.